This is Byron Hynes, and in this video presentation, we're going to talk about OpenStack Deployment and some of the options you have to do that. So, you've decided you want to use OpenStack to build out an infrastructure in a virtual way. So how are we going to do that? How are you going to get it actually deployed in a way you can use? Well, you have several options to choose from. First of all, you can go out to the public cloud, and on the OpenStack Marketplace, on the OpenStack website, you'll find that there are many public clouds that will support a deployment of OpenStack, just ready to go. You can just sign up either for a trial, a few free services, or a paid subscription, and just run your OpenStack cloud on their OpenStack implementation from a large or a small provider, either anywhere in the world or close to home. So there's quite a few of them listed there. And in many ways, that's the easiest way to get started with OpenStack. Also on openstack.org, there's over a dozen software distributions or distros listed. You can pick one of those and just have it ready to go. Another option is to get an appliance. There's actually hardware that's preloaded with OpenStack. Now you're going to need to connect that to network and storage, obviously, but there is an appliance that will take care of all the management pieces of OpenStack. And lastly, and the one that we're going to use in our demonstrations around here, is using DevStack. So DevStack is the developer's release of OpenStack, and it's available for technical users, for prototyping, for OpenStack developers. It's a very handy thing to have. You can use it on a laptop, a server, a group of servers, or even inside another virtual machine. So you could actually use OpenStack on OpenStack, or you could use OpenStack on Hyper-V, or you could use OpenStack on VMware. It's a very flexible system. So if we're going to use DevStack, how are we going to go about getting it installed or getting it deployed? So first of all, select a Linux distribution usually. OpenStack provides documentation for Ubuntu, Fedora, and CentOS or RHEL, but you can also use OpenSUSE, Debian, and probably others. You don't really have to try very hard to find a compatible distribution. Many of the distros will in fact include everything you need to run OpenStack right away. And if not, you can just pull it in using Git. Then you would install the selected OS. The recommendation is for a minimal install of Ubuntu or Fedora, at least to start with until you're comfortable with it. Then you download DevStack using Git. They recommend establishing a minimal configuration through the configuration file first, although you can just run the install without pre-configuring it and configure it later. And then you simply start the install. And that's done by running the script that comes with the download. And it's a simple one-step process. If you haven't pre-configured it with a configuration file, you are prompted for passwords. And otherwise, it just goes. Runs for about 10 minutes on most production hardware, and then you're done. You have a copy of DevStack, the OpenStack deployment, up and running and ready to go.